This brother that you see in the picture, his name is Kevin Harris, and he has CV. All right, so he talks about his ordeal with it, and he said he was screaming for mercy. I bet you he was. It started out as a tickle in his throat before bed. So this article came out March 18th, 2020 in the New York Post. By the next morning, it felt like the worst flu ever. And by the time Kevin Harris was admitted to a hospital in Ohio, 5 days later, he thought he was suffocating to death. The doctors at St. Joseph Hospital in Warren were certain Harris, 55, had pneumonia. But 3 days later, they had the real diagnosis, CV. One of the doctors had tears in his eyes when Harris asked if he would live. Another doctor just shrugged and mumbled, "I don't know." They told me they didn't have a cure, Harris told the Post from his hospital room where he was still hooked up to oxygen Tuesday night. "I just wanted them to tell me if I'm going to live or die." Harris, a father of 4 children with 3 grandchildren, believes he was exposed to CV at another hospital when he went for an appointment that wound up being canceled. So he went to an appointment that was canceled, and he believes that's how he got it, just going in and getting some exposure at another hospital. Within a couple of days, he said, he felt like he couldn't clear his throat. He couldn't stop coughing. By the next day, he had a fever and headaches. But the worst part was the body aches. And this is what we're consistently hearing from other people. On a scale of 1 to 10, he said the pain was 15. That's exactly what the doctor in my state, James Kai, that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he said. He said the pain was so excruciating, the body pain, he couldn't even get up and walk across the room. He said he cried like a little girl when he moved from his bed to a nearby chair. 3 days after his first symptoms, he said his fever had begun to wane. And it seems like he might get better, but then it returned with vengeance. And he felt like he was choking every time he breathed. Imagine your lungs turning solid. It's like suffocating without holding your nose, said Harris, who owns an auto body shop and typically runs 5 miles a day. Wow. Wow. So this man was in shape. Every time I lay down, my breathing gets lower and lower. I thought my lungs would fail me. I was screaming for mercy and praying to God. By the time Harris made it to the hospital, it was taking him an hour to move 50 feet to his bathroom. Wow. Ooh. An hour to walk 50 feet to your bathroom? Oh, man. He had to stop twice, lying on the floor and catching his breath before reaching the door. Yet, he says his doctors, um, they made him aware that he was positive of CV, and he was the hospital's first case. So in Ohio, he was their first case. Oh, When the doctor said they would try everything, Harris said he was eager to fight. The doctor said to me, "Look, I've been on the phone with people all over the world who are trying everything they can," remembers Harris. "We are not going to let you die." So, this is what the doctors are saying to him. Harris said the doctors gave him a cocktail of vitamins, including a lot of vitamin C, cough medicine, and an experimental antiviral medication, malaria vaccine, and antibiotics. So that's all they gave him. Wow. So maybe that's a good idea, y'all. Load up on that vitamin C. I know we don't have the antiviral medication, but you certainly can get the vitamin C. They told him they were trying to jumpstart his immune system. They also told him to pray. On Sunday, his fever finally broke after almost 2 weeks. Wow, a fever for 2 weeks. Oh my, 2 weeks? On Tuesday, he used the bathroom for the first time by using a walker. His pain is now half of what it was before. Wow. So he rates his pain at a 7. Before he said it was a 15, now he said his pain is a 7. Still in complete isolation, he has received no visitors in the hospital. Every 6 hours, his temperature is taken by medical staff wearing gloves, a yellow paper suit, and an inverted face shield with an N95 mask underneath and a surgical mask over that. They gave him cough and pain medication. Okay, so the doctor told him he did improve, but he's still not out of the woods. He says it could be a couple of months before he is on his feet again. Wow. You know, he is similar to the doctor here in New Jersey. He was admitted in the hospital on March 5th, and on March 17th, he still was not testing negative. So he has to stay in the hospital. So they're telling him it could be a couple of months before he's back on his feet. Oh my goodness. That's horrible. So, how the hell are they releasing people after being in quarantine for 14 days? That makes no sense. There's no way they could be recovered in 14 days. What are they doing? I was afraid for the worst, said Harris' daughter, Cameron Khan, that's his daughter's name, a registered nurse in Ohio. He's a tough guy and has been through a lot. So to hear him tell me he thought he wasn't going to make it was sad and scary. Harris said he has learned that everybody needs to be ready for CV. He's right about that. That's why I want to do these stories on the actual people with it to hear their account, because if we do happen to get it, then we would know what the signs are just listening to all of these different accounts. And if you remember, even the nurse that I did yesterday said her body ached on her plane ride back to Colorado. I believe, yes, she was out of Colorado from Hawaii. And the body ache seems to be a very consistent thing that we're hearing all the way across the board, even from the New Jersey doctor. People have to take this seriously. The virus is a monster trying to kill you. Buying all this toilet paper is a waste of money. You won't need it if you get sick, he said. He's right about that. I haven't sat down on a toilet since being sick. So he probably got a catheter in. I would imagine they would give you a catheter in the hospital because if they're aching that bad, they're not going to be able to, just get up and down out of the bed to take themselves to the bathroom. This is terrible. This is terrible. Well, Kevin Harris, I hope you recover. I hope you have a full recovery. This is a sad thing to happen to this man. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family. My phone just dropped. Peace, family.